Well, all right, people. So I know it's hard to believe, but I actually watched the Royal Rumble or the Royal Rumble match. Paid $6.99. Giant waste of my money, even though it was only $7, because this match sucked. It was terrible. Probably the worst Rumble match that I've ever watched. I mean, normally at the Rumble, you actually get some returns, some decent returns. I know, in the past we had people like Edge, even mid-carders from like the Ruthless Aggression era or the Attitude era at least. But in this match, you had nobody. You had Andrade, fucking Andrade, who was a bust in WWE, then he was a bust in AEW, and now he's coming back to WWE to probably be another bust again. Oh, Andrade, wow. And then you had Pat McAfee, who got in the ring and then got out of the ring. You've seen some shit, some like shitty, and like quote unquote shitty returns, like, when Michael Cole eliminated himself, but at least he took a couple bumps before he did it. You would expect better from WWE than to do, something like this. And then Pat McAfee was saying like he didn't even know he was an entrant. I mean, this is like your main event of one of your top pay-per-views and you're doing stupid shit like this. I mean, I have no reason to believe he's lying about that. Like, why would you do something like this? Some unplanned bullshit. It's something that you would expect from a company like TNA. And then CM Punk comes out and tears his tricep right away. I mean, all he really did was sit in a corner, throw a couple punches, and then do a GTS. And he he tears his tricep. Did you guys remember when I say he's washed up? He should retire. Well, now he really should retire. I mean, what a joke. I mean, it really is. And this is what happens when you rely on guys that are in their 40s and 50s to carry the company. People are saying, oh, too bad this happened, bad luck. No, this is what happens when you put the back of the company on people like this. I mean, CM Punk should go retire, go sit on a beach somewhere, not be wrestling. Relinquish the company to some of the younger talent. But then again, you look at this Rumble and it was filled with a bunch of jobbers, a bunch of no-names, a bunch of boring-ass wrestlers. Like, I'm watching it and I'm like, am I actually going to be able to watch this to the end? Because it was just jobber after lower mid-carder after jobber. I mean, it was terrible. And then people are saying on Twitter, oh, the Tampa crowd sucks, it's so dead. It's so dead because the match was fucking boring. And then Cody Rhodes wins. Like, he just won it last year, and that never amounted to what it was supposed to be. I mean, Cody Rhodes is still, like, a decent wrestler, but he's not the top star that we were hoping that he would eventually become. So, he's going to go face Roman Reigns again. Like, you just did the match last year. We're going to do it again, I guess. And then another stupid spot I just want to bring up. So, that big black guy, Omos, comes into the match. And, they always do the gimmick spot where the big guy's eliminated and it's like a big cheer or whatever the fuck. So he gets eliminated, which is, again, supposed to be like a decently big spot because it's a big guy getting thrown over the top rope. I believe it was Braun Breaker. Somebody eliminated him. And they did it at the start of somebody's entrance. Again, a poorly planned, that really bothered me. Because, again, you would expect better from WWE, than to have something like this happen. The Pat McAfee thing, and then one of your big spots being overshadowed by the entrance of somebody else. So all in all, just really a terrible match. If I was rating it out of 5 stars, I would give it like about a half star. I mean, it was really terrible. CM Punk didn't even really get a pop because the match was so boring. People were asleep by the time CM Punk came out. And again, nobody really likes, like, at least myself, like, I'm not a big CM Punk fan anymore. It's time to move on from this bullshit. So the match sucked. It was boring. I think people's expectations of WWE, since it's been shitty for so long, have really fallen. The people in the IWC, their expectations have really lowered because they've just gotten so used to the shit that we had higher expectations, or the IWC had higher expectations when it You know, everybody was saying it sucked in 2011, 2012, 2013 because, you know, the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era were more recent. So people were more willing to compare the current state of wrestling to those eras. Now those eras are so far gone that we don't even remember. We're now comparing today's era to the PG era, to the mid 2010s era. So yeah, this match really sucked, and I'm very glad I don't watch this. I could not understand how I could, or just a wrestling fan in general, could watch this shit that week after week after week when I could hardly make it through one fucking match. So there you go, people. There's my review of the Royal Rumble match.